Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Speak, Film, and Enter, a podcast where we review and rank movies. I'm Nate.
And I'm Dylan.
And I'm Adam.
And thank you for joining us for day 5 of our 12 Days of Christmas segment, which is just for our YouTube audience. And if this is the first time you're joining us for one of those, there are 4 others that are already out, hence day 5. And this is not meant to be any kind of definitive list or ranking of these 12 movies or specials. We just picked 12 movies and specials that we wanted to watch this holiday season and thought it would be fun to just spend 10 to 15 minutes talking about each one, things we like, kind of maybe the first time we watched it, if we're familiar with it or if it's brand new. So today we're talking about probably the most
eclectic.
An obscure one, or probably the least watched of the 12 that we're going to do. And that is because it's just an episode of a show, but it's a show that we all grew up with in the 90s called Hey Arnold. And this is the Christmas episode of Hey Arnold, which I believe is just titled Arnold's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's episode 11.
Episode 11. Yeah.
11
season
season 1, which is, and it's on Hulu. So you can go check that out there. Yep. It's better if you've seen the show, but you can understand everything that's happening if you just watch it by itself.
Yeah.
So I think they do a really good job of that. But this was always one of my favorites, so I wanted to kind of get this in the mix. And how about you guys? Had you ever seen this before, or was this the first time?
I'm sure I saw it originally because I was a huge Hey Arnold fan, and I did remember kind of the story of what happens, but definitely not any of the details. And I had totally forgotten about it until you brought it up, basically.
Same. I probably saw it when, Hey Arnold was on back in the day. But I didn't specifically remember this episode until, we watched it. But yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, glad you guys also wanted to watch it because it's just, it's like 22 minutes long.
Yeah,
something
it's real
like
short.
that, 24 minutes. Just a regular half-hour TV special. And I mean, for me, this is up there with it's pretty close to the quality of the 3 kind of specials that everybody watches every year with Rudolph, Charlie Brown, and the Grinch. I think this is absolutely wonderful. And I really like how, kind of with all of Hey Arnold, that he's not the one who needed to learn about what Christmas is about.
Yeah.
Everybody else did, and specifically Helga in this case. I love the way that they weave that and kind of I just think this is fantastic from beginning to end.
Yeah, I think they set up everything efficiently and well. Definitely hammers home the idea of Christmas, materialism versus just the spirit of Christmas, and also ties in Helga's affection for Arnold. Which is kind of like how you're saying you don't need to have watched the show. This is almost like a small microcosm of the show. You get kind of a lot of the, themes that'll play out and just little hints at what happens in a lot of the episodes. So I thought the Helga stuff was great. And I liked kind of the Christmas quest to go get the presents for this guy so he can help you. I like that whole aspect of it, Arnold and Gerald just out in the streets looking for gifts, kind of the idyllic 90s childhood of these 2 kids could just spend all day by themselves on the big city taking the subway around. That's not weird.
Right.
I like that. And I also noticed when they go to the Office of Information downtown, there's a Latin inscription on the front. And I looked up what it is, and it's basically a beware everyone who enters here.
Really?
That's great.
That is fantastic.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I really just like the whole aspect of Secret Santa. Oscar was super funny in this episode with the orders, where he puts his name on every paper, and then they only find out because people kind of talk about who they have.
Yeah.
Great joke, which again, you can appreciate and understand kind of what kind of guy Oscar is if you've never seen Hey Arnold before.
The dynamics.
But it's so perfect if you're familiar with his character at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just joking. Oh.
Yeah. But Arnold getting Mr. Win, who doesn't want anything. He just, and he misses his daughter in what's clearly just the Vietnam War. Right. Or their version of it.
Or
whatever.
I was gonna say the Korean War, because I think there's some mention of the North invaded or something like that.
Well, I think
War in the North, that's appropriate in either
In both.
war.
I suppose
And
that's true.
definitely
Yeah.
the rooftop helicopter, please take us with thing was
Yeah.
definitely a Vietnam reference.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting how they were able to kind of weave that in to like a heartwarming Christmas episode. Like, all right, we're gonna have like a 90-second flashback to like war-torn Vietnam. Like we're starting here, and then that leads to the great payoff of the wonderful Christmas moment and the reuniting, and you actually feel it more than him just saying, "Oh, I have a daughter out there." It's like you get to see it happen, so then later it means more. And
Yeah.
very very delightful.
Well, when you look at like the context of like America as an immigrant country, like and what Christmas actually means to people, like in our traditions for people who come over and immigrate from other places, like and how that can affect and like what's really important about the Christmas season. It's the people that you're with and all that. Driving those points home, I think, is really strong here instead of being like you said, the materialism that Helga wants those boots or whatever. Like I think that's perfect. It does this so well.
And the way that they weave that into like it's the last thing that Arnold needs to get in order to have the guy help him find her. And then that's where her growth kind of comes in, and she's got a really nice scene there. And like the ending line of just like it's so perfect how she doesn't like boast about it like she normally would. She's just kind of happy knowing that she did a good thing, which is so against her character otherwise.
Well, yeah,
just
against her upbringing, her parents
really, really well. There was one other thing that I wanted to mention before I forget. The kooky grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is a wonderful character,
Kooky.
like clearly an old hippie.
Yeah.
And I love when she says she's going to play Christmas music and she plays like, does she play Yankee Doodle Dandy?
something
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She plays some old, like American song and just on the piano. And it fits so perfectly because she's like always kind of wrong about what's happening in front of her, but she's got such like a perfect moral center.
Yeah.
So like she kind of arrives at the right point for like the wrong reasons seemingly like all the time. And it just kind of, it fits and you just go with it because that's just who she is.
Yeah. And we even get a little funny grandpa line with I thought it was Yuletide pranksters.
Yeah. I forgot how fun those two characters themselves are.
Me too. I'd forgotten about grandpa and how great he is. And then I also wanted to say that they did a really good job, when they're leaning into the kind of materialism of the Spumoni, the Gloria Spumoni winter boots, and like how there's like
Nancy.
Music, the Nancy Spumoni winter boots. It's just like every time that she talks about him, it's like Spumoni, and it's like music plays in the background. It's just like it's totally like it does a good job representing that allure of like the hot item that you want,
the hot brand.
Yeah. And when she finally gets them and kind of goes like dancing in the snow or whatever, like with them, I just felt that was really well done. Like they could have chose any toy to be what Helga wanted, but that was just the Nancy Spumoni winter boots.
Yeah, and like I love the three guys like when they go to buy some, and he like calls out the people working in the back.
Brings the other two guys.
Listen to this.
Yeah, the
just laugh at these two kids.
Salesmen just laughing in their face over and over and over again. And even the just the small character of the guy who works at the information office and how it's like that's another they were able to weave in another kind of Christmas character trope of the guy who works too much and has procrastinated and is kind of bitter to the whole Christmas spirit thing. And I just thought that was his character was also well written, and I liked at the end when he's waiting for the taxi and she's just like, "If you go, this little boy will never believe in miracles again."
Like, that's something to lay on somebody. I like though that was all done off screen.
Yeah,
they just cut away, and then we get to the next day, and then she shows up, and we don't see that guy again, but we like understand that he helped, and like for him, that's growth and like embracing the spirit of Christmas. All capital letters. And I just think it's all handled in such a wonderful way. I mean, if there's anything that our 12 Days of Christmas does, I would hope it would lead more people towards this Christmas special.
Yeah.
Agreed. And even just from the very beginning, the snow-covered city and all the neighborhood kids having like a snowball fight in the street and sledding, like it's just they just do such a good job of just creating like that nice Christmas. Like it just brings a smile to your face. And that was always what was cool about Hey Arnold was all the kids were always doing stuff that were like that were a little bit maybe more freedom and kind of out there than kids would really have the ability to. Like that's a theme in a lot of Hey Arnold stuff. But even that one was just like, yeah, all the kids in the street, snowball fights. Like it just makes you, when you're a kid, it just makes you want to run out there and join them.
Yeah. The independence of all of that. So we've kind of done this, and we've talked about this at length already, but we've kind of done this in all the other episodes. Any favorite parts? Any favorite moments?
I mean, I think it just has to be the end. It's so perfect, and like, how can it not just bring a tear to your eye? They nail the sentiment of it so well, and I think it's really earned. I don't think it's over the top or anything. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, agreed. Like you said, the when his daughter walks in, I kept expecting Helga to be like right behind her to have like a moment with Arnold and be, but like you said, it's so much more fitting that she just stays outside, and it's just something that she knows she did, and that's all that matters. And really, really touching and really smart to end it that way.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think that was a highlight for sure.
So yeah, highly recommend episode 11, season 1. Like Nate said, it's on Hulu right now, so still got some time to check it out. It's like 23 minutes or something to like.
Yeah, between 20 and 25.
Yeah, it just cruises by, and I would recommend it for pretty much everybody.
So what's become a tradition here on our 12 Days of Christmas now is that Adam has been the one to take us home and lead us out of the show.
Again, thank you everyone for watching this season of Speak, Film, and Enter. We hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a very happy holidays. We'll see you next time.